Hey guys, this is my reading response for chapter 7, which is entitled Breathe. So the chapter started, and it started by capturing pretty much the whole entire chapter into one sentence, at least for me. And that sentence was all human energy is breath. I didn't really quite believe this when I first read it. I was like, no, it's not. I lift my arm and I'm using my energy. I'm using my brain energy. I'm using my heart energy. I'm using all sorts of different energy. It's not just my breath. But then as I continued reading, I kind of more understood that, well, breathing is more like you need breath to do everything. If you didn't have your breath, then your heart wouldn't work. If you didn't have your breath, your brain wouldn't work. If you didn't have your breath, none of your muscles would work. And that's when I started kind of realizing that, this whole chapter was correct, and it was kind of mind-blowing. And as I read on, I realized that, if we didn't have our breath, then we wouldn't be able to do anything. Throughout the chapter, she kept asking questions like, do you regularly hold your breath? And at first I was like, well, I'm pretty sure I would notice if I held my breath. But then I thought about it a little bit, and the next morning in ballet, I was doing a balance, right? And Dan, our instructor, walked up to me and he was like, stop holding your breath. And I was like, oh, I do hold my breath. So it's like the subtle things that she wants us to notice. She wants us to be more active. She wants to notice our breath more. And a lot of people just kind of blow it off. You're just breathing. And like just with the balance thing, I didn't even notice that I was not that I was holding my breath. So it was kind of mind blowing. Asking these questions kind of helped me get more in tune with my breathing. And part of the chapter, or most of the chapter, was about you want to be in second circle breathing. You don't want to be in third circle breathing. You don't want to be in first circle, which it's not bad to be in first circle or third circle at certain points. For instance, I figured out that sometimes I do speak in a third circle. Let's say if I was walking home from South Side and I was walking through some sketchy neighborhoods and I saw some people, yeah, I'm going to put my chest up. I'm going to breathe a little bit heavier to act like I know what I'm doing. Or if I was talking to an adult or something, if I was talking to an adult, I'd probably speak more in first. I'd probably breathe more in first person, because if it's an adult I respect, I'd be more humbled by them. So I just kind of noticed that. And not if it was an interview or something, I would naturally be in second person, because you got to be very comfortable. Towards the end of the video, she started to give us examples of the exercises we could do to help notice our breathing and control our breathing better, especially in the second circle. And one of them was pretend you're throwing a baseball. So you're taking a baseball and you're underhand throwing, and you inhale and you exhale when you throw it. And then I figured out that, this was already a natural instinct to me when I was a kid. I played sports. It was just kind of natural. You exhale when you throw. You see boxers do it all the time. And so breathing sometimes just comes naturally like that to us. And so that was kind of a moment where you just kind of think about, do we really notice? We don't really notice when we're breathing right or when we're breathing wrong. But if we can start to notice how we're breathing and maybe change a little bit, then maybe things will improve. Maybe your body will be healthier. Your brain will be healthier. You can take deeper breaths. The chapter kind of helped me find in tune with my second circle breathing. And it kind of all wrapped up to one of my favorite sentences in the thing, which was breathing is the first thing you do in life and the last thing you do. And that kind of hit home a little bit. I was like, wow, that's true. Breathing really revolves around everything. So that was chapter 7, breathing, and thanks guys.